Right, hello and welcome to all the listeners. Richard Gao here. Happy Tuesday. So today I want to talk about something that's, I guess it's on the forefront of everyone's mind. But perhaps it's not what you're thinking. Yes, we're still stuck. But that's, you know what? There's only so much that you can talk about negative nonsense. No. Okay. We're here to find out how we can rise above it. So today I want to talk about the information that belongs to you and the information that belongs to everyone else or someone else or another person. This has always been a very, very powerful tool that I've used in the more recent past in, trying to learn more about myself and to try and further myself and to grow a little bit more as a person every single day. When I was faced with difficult situations that perhaps I had hurt someone unintentionally. Perhaps I did something that was taken in a bad way, or just out of the blue, someone was upset with me. I had to learn this really difficult lesson that was I had to differentiate between what information belonged to them and what information belonged to me. Because if I was making decisions with love and happiness in my heart and it affected someone, then I could say, okay, all right, well, this is how I dealt with it, and this is the repercussions. I can apologize for that. But if I did something and unknowingly someone took offense, because you take offense, you don't give offense, then somewhere along the line you need to differentiate between what belongs to you and what belongs to someone else. And if it does belong to someone else, then you need to enable them to experience their own information for themselves. They've got to discover their journey just as much as you do. And I know that's really, really difficult because a lot of people like to say the phrase, well, you made me feel this way. Well, you did this, and that's why I feel like this. Unfortunately, that's a cop-out. When we were kids, we were taught this really, really, I guess it was quite a simple story. But that whole idea of when someone's pointing a finger, remember that there's 4 others pointing back at you. So that's always stuck with me, with my personal journey, is when I'm faced with something like that, I try and take a deep breath, make a cup of tea, and think, what part am I playing in this? And if there is something that I can apologize for, then I'd like to, because relationships are very important to me. But if there is something that is not my information, and generally like a gripe or some negativity that's directed at you belongs to someone else, it's up to them to come and talk to you about it. It's up to them to deal with it as they choose. And if they choose to be upset and to write you off, then that's okay. It's got to be okay because it's their information and it's not yours. So today I'd like to encourage you to live out your information, to trust in your information, to love and find happiness within your own information. And yes, I'm not saying that you shouldn't love everyone else around you. You absolutely should. But there needs to come a point for your happiness to grow that you need to isolate it from other people's unhappiness. Does that make sense? It's a really powerful tool, and I urge you to start discovering more and more about it. Because the more that you know about your own happiness, the more that you know about the situation, the person that you're dealing with, the better equipped you'll be to deal with life. And also, if you take ownership of your information, you can basically navigate how the world affects you. Because if it's not your information, if it's in the media, if it's, something that someone else is going for, you'll be stronger and more equipped to just say, okay, cool. All right, this is me. This is what I'm doing. And you can hone in on whatever it is that you want to do. It's a hugely powerful tool. You can literally cut off information that just has nothing to do with you. That's just an opinion. That's just someone else's idea. And on that, have a beautiful morning. And if it's evening, have a beautiful evening.